Here's Pete Molinari from England. Hello and welcome to Turku.
Good to be here.
You've making a kind of old music, sort of.
Yeah.
Lots of influences from 70s and 60s. Why is that?
I don't know. I don't think about it like it's old music. Really, it's kind of like just making music that I love. I don't really. I like to make. I really don't think about it as old. I guess I just don't get moved by any music today. So that's why I like to make the music I like to make. You know, with words and a melody.
Yeah.
Don't usually have many words and melodies going on today, or nothing that means anything anyway. So I just kind of do what I do. You know, I don't think about it like it's kind of like it's this or that or from whatever genre. I just kind of like to play.
When you were younger, you listened to a lot of Bob Dylan, Rambling Jack Elliott and stuff like that. Why, or what was the thing about those musicians?
I didn't actually listen to a lot of Bob Dylan when I was that young. I listened to more country music and rock and roll, really, and blues and jazz and stuff like that. I listened to Bob Dylan later on when I was kind of at school, I guess. But the first music I listened to was kind of rock and roll and jazz and blues. And then, you know, obviously everyone discovered, I'm not the first person to discover Bob Dylan and discovered Leonard Cohen and all of those people, Willie Nelson, but I kind of, I don't know, what is it about them? I don't know, what do you think? I mean, they're really good singers and songwriters, aren't they? They're just kind of, they're people that do what they do very well in their own field.
Yeah, probably in those lyrics and music is something that touches people.
Well, yeah, I guess I don't know. I just see like any art form should have to touch people. I don't really give a shit about entertainment that much. You know, it's kind of like if I wanted entertainment, I'd go and see a kind of house band on a ferry. Do you know what I mean? It's just like I'm just not into it. I don't care much about it. It's something has to kind of like, for me to care about it, something has to mean something. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean to sound too dramatic about it, but it's kind of like, I mean, I learned a lot from people like Billy Childish and my family, I guess. They instilled some belief that if you're going to paint a picture, you're going to write a song, then you might as well put yourself into it. What's the point otherwise?
Yeah. So basically, you do your thing, and then people either they like or dislike it.
Well, yeah, there's always going to be people that like or dislike it, because unfortunately with music there's like fashion. Do you know what I mean? I mean with art there's fashion. Today like you go to Tate Modern or something, and there's kind of like, someone throws a bucket of paint against the wall and that's a piece of art, or someone kind of exhibits their unmade bed or something. It's like, I don't know, I don't get it, but I guess for some it kind of is just, it doesn't do anything for me.
What is your opinion about the music industry in this moment?
The music industry, I don't know if there is a music industry, is there? I don't know anything about it really. I'm fortunate to kind of meet a few good people that know things about it and also have good taste and actually like music. I'm not sure there's anyone in the music industry that actually likes music. I think they just like business and they like music second. So it's kind of, I don't know anything about the music industry. I just think it's all kind of pretty full of unpassionate people, or people with no fucking conviction at all.
So is there hope for music, or where is that hope?
I don't know really. I mean, if you're saying is there hope for the music industry, then no, I don't think so. I think if everything's free, then there is no industry. If everything's become kind of like lost its value in a way, and that's because of the lack of substance in everything. Is people throw too, there's been, money ruins everything most of the time. It's kind of like, you see it in sport and you see it in music and you see it in art and you see it in everything. It's just like, once too much business gets involved, then people don't have any conviction to do anything. It's kind of like, they're not hungry anymore. Of course, like Edith Piaf was really great because she probably sang to, by her meals. It's kind of like to survive. It's I don't know. The romantic view I had of all of that as a kid, I still have because I don't pay any attention to the music magazines. I don't pay any attention to music channels, and I rarely listen to the radio or anything like that. But that's not. I'm on the radio and I enjoy it, but it's all. Music's something I do for fun and for a way of life. I don't do it as a job. It's like when someone mentions career to me, I'm like, it always feels a little bit weird, but I guess that's the way it is. But the day I start to do something as a job, I wouldn't do it.
So is there some kind of hype or something? How should I put it? The top of popularity for you. How successful you want to be?
Well, I just want to kind of like enjoy everything I'm doing and be successful like everyone else. I don't know. Even the word successful has a different meaning. It's like I think Woody Guthrie and Billy Childish and those people that are considered to be underground are the most successful people I've ever known. Or haven't known, or successful people I've heard of. Vincent van Gogh was very successful, and he didn't sell a painting in his life. I don't know. What people judge by success is like, I don't know. What is it? U2, I guess. It's like a.
Yeah, mostly it's about the money.
Yeah, of course. You've only made it when you've only made some success when you've kind of like, made the gossip pages of some stupid magazine. It's made for idiots anyway, and then you got some big house in London or New York or something. That's when you've made it, and it's like that's the lie that people feed you, and they feed it to you from school. They feed it to you before even your parents. Most parents feed it to you. It's like they don't tell you to actually live. It's like this existence that these set of rules that are created for you at birth. That you must kind of like have this and you must do this and you must kind of like be successful and all of this bullshit. It's not. It's like success is a very different thing. It's kind of like my mother and father had 9 children. They're the most successful people I've ever known.
So what is success to you? Obviously it's not.
Success is kind of like is a spiritual thing, isn't it? It's like expressing yourself. In this world that's so like cold and kind of, full of people that, as I say, full of people that kind of want to think about everything, don't want to feel anything anymore. Success is kind of like, it's connecting with everyone around you and being inspired by everyone around you and kind of like, and realizing that, you're not the only person or thing, whatever you want to call it, that's ever felt something or thought something. It's like you're all connected in some way. So, if everyone knew the value of like giving and kind of like and sharing something, then people wouldn't let a meal go by without kind of sharing it with someone else. So it's kind of like I just see music that way. I just want to share it with everyone, and it's kind of. It's no big deal. It's not the biggest deal in the world. It's kind of like just something I love doing. I've always done it. I play music exactly the same way now, and write it the same way as I and listen to it in the same way as I did as a kid. So it's kind of, I guess success for me is kind of like being in a different place every day. I'm here in a place like this I've never been to before, and it's, playing to new people and people kind of listening to you, and it's just it's experience. The only thing you're going to take with you from this world in the end is experience. You're not going to take everything all these so-called accolades and achievements and all of that stuff. It all means nothing.
Do you have any idea where you are 5 years from now, or do you want to know?
I don't know. Maybe I'll be a monk in Tibet or something. But I don't know. I just kind of like. Family and all of that stuff means a lot to me. So I kind of, I just want to kind of be making music and writing and doing whatever I'm doing. And 5 years from now, I don't know. On my way back home, I guess.